Hello everyone, and we are back with another unboxing style video. Mostly this is going to look at our plates, poke around them, see what you get. These are going to be our PDA plates that we set up. And with the PDA, you are able to see a very large change in what we have here. So, let's start with our 10 to the minus 5 plates. As you can tell, these do not have our parafilm on it. These we did not put in with parafilm. These here are colonies. These are two different fungal growths right here, which is nice to see. Whereas here, you have one there, there, and those are air bubbles. So let's take a look at this one. And we can see that there's some air bubbles here. But these right here, these are two colonies of fungi. Here's the next one. One colony there. Then you have this one up here as well. Now we're going to start to see that things change. These were put in for a week. This is a full week's worth of growth on them at 25 degrees. So let's start to take a look at the next one up, which is, well, next one down I should say, is 10 to the minus 4. And we'll move that out to the side. This one doesn't look too bad. You have a rather large growth right there and right there. And when we open it up, very nice growth there and here. Let's compare that to the next PDA plate. This is also 10 to the minus 4, also grown at 25 degrees, but it's quite different. The entire thing's a colony. And that's what it looks like without the lid on. And you can see, as I start poking around, that it's almost furry, which is indicative of molds. And this here, as I pull it up, is a bit of the mold itself. Now, we don't know what this is. I have a decent idea of what it most likely is, but I really have no clue. So what I'm going to do after this, put that off to the side, and then put you on pause, but go set this thing on fire and sterilize it. So the next thing we're going to look at is our 10 to the minus 3 plates, and you'll notice that this time around, same as the other, it's one species that has dominated most of the area. I'm going to pull out a different needle while that one cools. We do have a very large bit of the plate that's being taken over by one fungi. But you also have this, this, and this that appear to be smaller colonies of a different species. And we can look at that when we look here. Notice how this species here has sort of a blackish hue to it, whereas this larger area has a contiguous white to a greenish hue. But this and this are two different. We'll see something similar in our next one as well, which is also 10 to the minus 3. Looking at the bottom, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the overarching. Oh, there's one there, 8, 9, I'd say. But it's really hard to tell. If this were a quiz or an exam, I would say that this is too many to count. Let's open it up, and you see the same thing where there's molds. You can see the molds around the edges, which is the yellowish area, with this black splotch here and this here that are two different species. And now our 10 to the minus 2s. Looks fairly different. This is definitely too many to count. You have several different large areas of different species. And let's open her up. So, wow, this is amazing. So after 24 hours, notice how the mold has started to grow on the lid of the plate as well, in addition to everything over here. So we do have several different species, several different colors, everything from a pitch black and a white to a greenish yellow up here. This is really cool. My gosh, look how cool this is. At a slight angle, you can start to see that there's, again, multiple different areas with different species on this plate. We are going to seal that up and put that off to the side. And here is our last plate. This is another 10 to the minus 2 plate. Let's take a look at what we have here. Again, wow, that is gorgeous. That is just amazing. If we take a look here, again, the mold just took over the lid as well as the plate. But look at the colors here. Wow, look at this. This is so cool. You have different blacks, and then over here you have this black mold. And then on top of that, you have this sort of greenish mold that's growing on top of it. And throughout all of this, you have this blackish, whitish, almost hair-like one. And then over here, you have this green with black. Wow, this is just amazing. And this is why I like doing soil stuff.